Hey guys, have you ever had a dream that God placed on your heart, but you thought, this is too big for me. I can't do this alone. I would need so many people to get on board with me. I would need everything to work out just perfectly for this to happen. Maybe so. Well, sometimes when things like this happen, we can start to get discouraged and think, man, this probably just isn't going to work out. For example, what if you wanted to be the president one day? Well, you have the odds of one in so many people running to be the president that it seems like it would be impossible for you to be the president. But if God placed it on your heart, it would happen. Or maybe you have a dream of being a famous artist and your art is on the walls and all of these things, but it's very hard to make that happen. Well, let me tell you, when God places a dream in your heart, it can happen. Let's read what happened in the Bible. So, God placed a dream in Nehemiah's heart. Nehemiah was from Judah, and he heard that their walls were all destroyed and everything was messed up. And so he asked his boss, the king, if he could go to Judah and rebuild the wall. And the king said yes. That's what happened because Nehemiah listened to God. And so he went all the way back to Judah and he started to rebuild, but he told the people that he would need everyone to help. And they all came together and helped him. It was a miracle because guess what? Nehemiah couldn't have done it on his own. I'll give you an example. So here I have 2 Legos, and let me show you what I'm wanting to build. Check this out. It's a car. Now imagine if I came to you and said, can you please build this car with these 2 Legos? You probably would say, you're crazy. I can't build a car with 2 Legos. Well, it was the same with Nehemiah. He had this idea to build this huge wall, but just him, he couldn't do it alone. So he had to get everyone on board to do it. And people started laughing at him and all the people that were helping. But they knew that they had God on their side. So they weren't just going to do something small. They were going to do something big for God. So was it really that easy? Well, no. People tried to attack them. 4 different armies tried to come in and attack them when they were working on the wall. But guess what they did? They prayed to God and the people decided not to attack them. And then also people kept trying to draw Nehemiah away and say, come over here, so then they could kill him and stop him from his work. So see, just because God places something on your heart doesn't mean that there's not going to be people that try to get in your way. Doesn't mean that there's not going to be problems you have to face, but we serve a bigger God than every problem. So if God put it on your heart, then he will help you get through it. Jeremiah 29:11 says, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. They are plans for good and not disaster, plans for a future and a hope. So any plan that God has for you, no matter what it looks like, no matter what people are trying to come against you, no matter when it looks like things aren't there or things aren't working out, God's plans for you are good. He has a future and a hope for you today. So remember, when it looks like you might just have something small to work with, God can help you to make something great